I think you go for the guy, and the guy this year is Bryce Young. You know, we saw that all last year. We saw that all 2 years ago. We saw what he won a Heisman when he had weapons, and when he didn't have weapons, he put his team on his back and won a couple of games that he absolutely had no business winning.
Damn near on his feet.
You feel me? Like he's special. And I understand that he's small, and I understand that people worry about his size, but you go and get a fucking left tackle, and you make sure that boy stays upright, and you're gonna win a lot of games with him, especially in that division.
And there's hella left tackles that are great that are gonna be left in this draft later on.
For sure. I mean, you can and you can go sign some. You know, I mean, I think they have their left tackle. I think like Charles, is it Iggy or Iku or something? I don't know. They have some guys who are really solid on that line. But my thing is like, you just go get Bryce Young, because right now you're looking at a division with Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield, and who's the other one? Desmond Ridder. Yeah. Like, I'm not super worried about that. You're gonna compete this year. The Panthers have a great defense. All they need is a quarterback, and you'd hope they can grab like a nice wide receiver in like the second or third.
You hope so.
Or you make.
I mean, this draft is pretty nicely balanced when it comes to all talent with specialty positions.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
yeah.
There could be wide receivers, and who knows? Like, most of the time, besides a Jamar Chase or these first round niggas don't be that.
No, that's real.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Antonio Brown was a 3rd round pick.
No, that's what I mean. I think it was a 5th round or a 6th round.
He might have been a 5th round.
He was
pick.
late. Yeah.
He might.
Yeah, a couple of those guys were.
Yeah, a lot of those guys, bro.
Amon-Ra was a 4th round. You know what I mean? Like, it's
like, bro, it be sleepers in the draft, bro. Motherfuckers let that name really take.
100%.
Everything.
Cat's got to have that dog in him. It's that simple.
There's a tackle from North Dakota State that I feel like is great. Yeah, bro. He's like 6'6", 300.
He's a tackle?
He started off his career as a quarterback, moved to tight end at like 220, and gained 80 pounds and became an offensive tackle.
That's crazy.
So he's good on his feet. He has QB IQ.
That's crazy.
And, bro, it's insane. He's a really good kid. I like bro. I wish I could think of his name right now. All I know is that nigga lost 2 teeth. He's missing like 2 teeth up front.
White dude?
Yeah.
I might know who you're talking about. I think I do know who you're talking about. Did they show the little picture on Twitter of him, like a little scrawny ass, whatever?
Yeah, and then
he got big as fuck. Yeah,
I went and looked and did my research. Bro's nice.
So I have Will Anderson at 2. Same for the same reasons we talked about. I think Texans just go. Yeah. That's just what they've done in the past. I'm not gonna veer off of that. So I had Paris Johnson going 3 to the Cardinals.
Really?
And let me explain why. Because I think
that's a big motherfucker for Kyler to be thrown over.
It is a big motherfucker, but they have all their money invested into Kyler.
Facts.
And you got to keep Kyler upright, especially coming off an ACL. You don't have him this year.
Yeah,
for damn near, I think, like 9 weeks. So he's basically out for the year.
Facts.
So moving forward, you need
that protection.
You need that protection. Now, you could go Tyree Wilson. You could go Jalen Carter. You could go Christian Gonzalez. They have so many.
They're
fucking
in the same
holes.
position as
they really
Raiders.
should trade out of that pick. They should trade out because they need assets. They need to like blow it up and start over. They need to get rid of DeAndre Hopkins. They need to.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean it's time.
I feel like bro's ship is sailed. Like you were great for the time.
No, D-Hop's still him, but he needs to go to a contender. He's not.
He needs to go to somewhere where he's also not the main.
Yeah,
receiver.
he needs to be a number 2.
Yeah,
like if he could go to like Buffalo and be like the number 2 to Stephon Diggs, that would be crazy.
Facts,
you know what I mean? Like that would be like the perfect situation for him.
Shit, go to fucking Miami since everybody's going there.
That's real. Go to Detroit.
Chosen Anderson.
Yeah, right.
Change his name to Chosen.
Lame.
Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. That might be the craziest.
That's
wide
like the
receiver
fastest wide receiver core ever. I got something on them in a minute, but I won't go on that tangent. But remind me of this when I'm done with this. I got Will Levis going 4 to the Colts. Same thing you had.
Yep.
I had Jalen Carter going 5 to the Seahawks.
I can see that too.
I don't see Pete passing on him.
Yeah.
Because he really might be the best talent in this draft.
Yeah.
And I think Pete has shown throughout the last,
he can develop niggas.
Fucking 10, 15 years that he can really take Richard Sherman was a lot like that too. Like kind of had like, not in the same way, but he had that smart ass mouth, and Jim Harbaugh hated him at Stanford.
Yeah,
they had such beef, and then he was able to like take him and develop him into, a top 10, 15 cornerback of all time. Like,
Only reason he wasn't higher is because they stopped throwing his way.
Yeah, no, he was him. So I think that's something that to look out for. You know, I've seen a lot of like Anthony Richardson going there, but I think it's Jalen Carter. I think if Jalen Carter's there, I just don't see Pete passing on him. He's such a defensive guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you could make the same argument for Anthony Richardson. You really could.
You know, no facts.
So in this mock, I went against what I personally want, which is a quarterback, and I went with Tyree Wilson because I think Tyree Wilson, James Houston, and Aiden Hutchinson would be disgusting for the next 10 years. You know what I mean?
Insane.
Like, it would be crazy. Like, the more I watch
That's why
Tyree...
I wouldn't mind if a niggas grab the tackle, bro. Like,
no.
If we grab a tackle just to play 3-tech with Aiden, I'm good.
It'd be crazy.
Like, the line is just going to get insane, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Once you have to worry about more than one threat, that's when shit gets interesting.
So there's three positions I would be okay with when it comes to Detroit. I'd be edge, D line, any of those two, the defensive line basically. Totally fine with that. Quarterback, and then
corners.
No, offensive line. You have
why?
Because the rich get richer, baby.
No, that's facts.
We have a great offensive line. If you take like a Peter Skoronski at 6, you know, who's supposed to be this like generational left tackle, you move him into guard, and then when Taylor Decker's contract is up next year, boom, bye. We don't have to pay you because we have Skoronski already.
Right.
We drafted him last year, and he's been playing guard for the last year, so he's up to date with everything. Now you scoot over, you know, Skoronski, you go to right guard. Penei Sewell, you go back to left guard. We got Frank Ragnow still in the middle. We drafted another guard. Here we go. We drafted a guard in the 3rd round. Plug him in. We got Jonah Jackson on the right. The rich get richer. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's facts. I can see why you would say that.
Yeah,
I can see
and that's why I don't think it's going to happen. But I'd be like, if that's the pick when we're here on Thursday, I'm gonna be like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay.
No,
I fucked with that. I fuck with that. You know, dude. This game is built through the trenches. We've seen it. You know. So if we have the best, because at that point I think there's no doubt that we have the best O-line in the entire NFL.
No, that's fact.
And then you don't have to let Jared Goff throw as much, and you just let David Montgomery and DeAndre Swift do their thing. You know what I mean?
No, that's facts.
But in this particular one, I had Tyree Wilson going. Raiders, Peter Skoronski,
okay,
left tackle. You paid Jimmy G for 3 years. Keep him upright. Keep him. You know, Jimmy G's proven that he can be him when he's healthy.
When needed, yeah.
When he's healthy, he's a really solid quarterback. He's not upper echelon. He's not gonna like, you know, necessarily win you games, but he's gonna win you games if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not gonna by himself go out on a limb and make some crazy ass throws, but he's gonna give you steady B+ play for an entire season. And if you can keep him upright, you got Devontae Adams throwing. You know, you're throwing to Devontae Adams. You're throwing to Hunter Renfrow. Like, you got some weapons over there in Las Vegas. So.
That's facts.
I like them to go Peter Skoronski. So here's one that I've seen linked, and I just kind of rolled with it.
I know what you about to say.
What am I about to say?
Did you say it first?
What's a more Falcons pick than Bijan Robinson at 8?
I didn't think you were gonna say that, but that would be a very Falcon like.
It would be a super Falcons pick. Unless they just went Anthony Richardson and went full Michael Vick 2.0.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
But Bijan Robinson feels like such a why did you draft a running back at top 10? You guys have so many holes. And they're just like,
I could see it, bro.
I could see it. I could see it. I just feel like Atlanta would do something like that.
I could also see the Lions doing some weird ass shit like that.
Yeah, but the Lions
not with a running back.
The Lions have like a little bit more leeway to do that. Where the Falcons, I look at their like, I can't name, like, they don't have a quarterback really.
Facts.
They took a tight end at 4 when they had way bigger holes a few years ago. You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
They got rid of Matt Ryan. They don't really have an O-line. They don't really have a D-line.
Fuck Matt Ryan.
They have a good secondary, but that's about it. Like,
it was Matt Ryan's time anyway.
No, it was time to get rid of Matt Ryan for sure, but I don't know. I just thought that was funny. And then I have Darnell Wright, offensive tackle, going to Chicago. You know, you gotta bolster the O-line.
Yeah.
You're going up against the Packers, good defense. Going up against the Lions, good defensive line. You're going up against the Vikings, you know, always a solid defense, somewhat, you know.
For sure.
You got to keep Justin Fields upright. We got to see if that motherfucker can throw.
He can't.
Because I'm not sure he can. I keep seeing, King of the North, Justin Fields. Like, what, bro? He's a running back. I haven't seen him throw one
Nigga
good
ain't showing
pass.
shit, but being a slot receiver.
A bum.
Nigga's a slot receiver throwing the ball.
I got the Eagles going Christian Gonzalez at 10. It just feels right.
Yeah.
It just
I
feels
can
like
see
an
that.
Eagles pick. They're just like, oh, yeah.
And they just lost.
We lost Gardner
Yeah, I was
Johnson to
about say
Detroit.
They lost Gardner Johnson.
Here's Christian
Yeah.
Gonzalez. You're like, fuck, dude.
Yep.
Rich get richer.